Now the third part. In a certain region of space with volume 0.2 meter cube, the electric potential is found to be 5-fold throughout. That means potential remaining constant. So the magnitude of electric field will be 0. So answer is 2. It is going to be 0 because potential is constant. You know, E is minus dV by dr or dV by dx. If dV by dr is 0, E is 0. Now, which is the graph of variation of resistivity with temperature for copper? If you check your NCERT, this is this option 4th. Next, two cylinders of equal capacity are connected to each other via stopcock. A contains an ideal gas at a standard temperature and pressure. B is completely evacuated, that means it is vacuum. So B is completely evacuated, that means it is vacuum, and this has this pressure temperature. Entire system is thermally insulated. The stopcock is suddenly opened. We know such process is a free expansion, and that is as per the option would be a, I think it would be tough to call it, it's in adiabatic for sure. And the temperature isothermal, we won't say temperature finally will be same as initial, but it won't be called isothermal because in between it will pass through some non-equilibrium states for which you cannot have a temperature fix for a complete sample. So adiabatic would be, I think, would be the right one. A resistance wire in the left gap of the bridge balances a 10 in the right, that means R, let's say R by 10, and it divides the bridge wire in the ratio 3:2. So R comes out as 15 ohms for you, and the length of this wire is 1.5 meter, then the length of 1 ohm of this wire is. So this 15 ohm resistance is when the wire has a length 1.5 meter. You know resistance is rho L by A, keeping all parameters same, R is proportional to length. So if 1.5 meter length has 15 ohms, the 1 meter length definitely will have 15 upon 1.5 into 1, that is going to be 10 ohms. So the 1 meter length will have 10 ohms. Okay, but the question is asking length of the 1 ohm, sorry. So 15 ohms is 1.5 meter. So 1 ohm would be 1.5 by 15, that is 0.1 meters or 1 into 10 to the power minus 1 meters. So option 3 is right. Next, the quantity of heat needed to raise the temperature of two solid copper spheres of R1 R2 radius through 1 Kelvin. Now the quantity of heat required, you know, is equal to Q is equal to ms delta T. So because they are of the same material, S is same, delta T is same, so Q would be proportional to M, and we know volume is proportional to mass because they have the same density. So mass is proportional to volume and volume is proportional to R cube. So I can directly say Q1 by Q2 would be R1 upon R2 to the power 3, and R1 is 1.5 times R2, so it is 1.5 to the power 3. That means you can write it as 3 by 2 to the power 3. So I can write it as 27 by 8. So this is option 2, that would be here. So this is I think the student has not done it incorrectly. For me it's option 2, 27 by 8. Let me check, because if a student has done, let me be sure. Yes, Q is equal to ms delta T would be used, not that thing that the student has used here. So for me it's 27 by 8.